They were one conversation away from signing the papers. 10 years of marriage, 2 kids, one house that didn't feel like a home anymore. The spark was gone. Not in a dramatic, movie scene way, but in the quiet kind of way you don't even notice at first. The good morning kisses stopped. The texts turned into to-do lists. The silences at dinner got longer, and the I love yous started to feel routine. She thought he didn't care anymore. He thought she didn't see him anymore, but neither of them said a word, because saying something meant facing the fact that their marriage wasn't working. They fought about the dishes, the thermostat, how loud he chewed, but they weren't really fighting about those things. They were fighting for attention, fighting to be seen, fighting to feel like they still mattered to each other. And one night, it all broke. She finally said it. Maybe we're just better apart. And for the first time in a long time, he didn't argue. He just nodded and said, "Maybe you're right." That night, they slept in separate rooms, not out of anger, but exhaustion. The next morning, neither of them packed a bag. They just existed, like strangers under the same roof. But something strange happened that afternoon. While going through old files on the computer, she found a folder labeled Us. Curious, she opened it. Photos, videos, voice memos, letters he wrote but never sent, memories she'd forgotten they'd made. There was one file she clicked on by accident, a video he'd recorded for their anniversary. He never showed it to her. Maybe he was too afraid. Maybe he thought it was too late. In the video, he said, "I know we've lost something, but I haven't lost you, and I'd give anything to find us again." She sat there, watching, crying. And when he walked through the door that evening, she looked up at him and whispered, "Do you still want to find us?" He didn't say a word, just walked over, took her hand and said, "Every day." It wasn't magic. They didn't fix everything overnight. They started going on walks again, talking without phones in their hands, laughing at dumb movies, crying about old wounds, learning how to hear each other again. Not just listen, but hear. They even went to therapy. Not because they were weak, but because they were brave enough to fight for what mattered. And months later, during a late-night coffee run, she looked at him and smiled. "I like you again." He grinned back and said, "I never stopped." You see, real love isn't about never breaking. It's about choosing to rebuild, together, even when it's hard, even when it's messy, even when you're tired. Because the strongest couples aren't the ones who never fall apart. They're the ones who look at the cracks and say, "Let's fill them with gold." If you've ever fought for love, this story is for you. Like, comment, and share this with someone who still believes in second chances. And subscribe for more powerful real-life stories that remind us, love isn't perfect, but it is worth it.